See how we are right at the edge of the sensor. That's where we're gonna start measuring all the way until our subject. And it has this little black kind of like hook on the waist level finder that aligns perfect with the sensor. Here, this edge right here is where our sensor is. So that's where we're gonna start measuring all the way until our object. So always remember, you measure from the sensor to your object to make sure you are getting sharp focus from the first image. Because I see many students trying to do focus with this camera, and they get so frustrated because they spend so much time trying to look through the waist level finder and trying to focus, and they don't achieve the focus because it's so specific. So when you measure the focus, you achieve sharp focus since your first image. This is one of my favorite exercise demos because I make everyone achieve focus, and I change the size and I move everything around. But it makes me frustrated that you can't do it, but I'm trying to explain the best I can so you all understand. So let's rewind. What is the main important thing? This cord. Without this camera does not work. Sync cord is so important. Second part of this camera is cock the lens. You take a picture. This is the release button. You take a picture and then you cock the camera. That's what it means, cocking the lens at all times. Okay, take a picture, cock the lens. If you don't cock the lens, then you cannot remove the lens. It's gonna be a problem later. And then also, if you have a lens that is not cocked, then you will have to make it even with a specific screwdriver to make it fit back on the camera.
I have a question.
Yes.
Because I have a 500 cm and it's able to be, is able to use the digital back, because this one is 501.
You have the 501 cm?
I mean, I have 500 cm.
We'll have to test it. I think this is specific, but only fit on the 501 cm. I think the 500 cm has a slight different change on the body that it might not fit, but we can try it. I'm not 100% sure it will fit. I know this is a specific just for the 501 cm, as you can see here.
I see.
Yeah. But if you already have the camera, we have a lot of lenses too that make your camera more interesting. It's a very interesting device. I really enjoy this camera, and whenever you're using it, people know that you are a good photographer because it's quite difficult. But there is some moments where people wants to be more specific with the viewfinder, and they find that the waist level viewfinder is not achieving what they want. So then we're gonna remove the digital back, and we're gonna remove the viewfinder, slicing then the waist level finder, and inside the kit we have the eye viewfinder that we're used to it, you know, the one that you place your eye and you can be more precise. So they always come with a protector cap. We just have to slice it out, and the same way that goes, we're gonna fit it in. You have to make sure it goes all the way to the enter all the way in, because if it's not all the way in, then the digital back is not gonna fit back on it. Okay, and always lock the danger button. So right now with this, it's easier to look. And what is really cool that when you have this viewfinder is that now you get to see the objects the way you would normally look at them. They're not gonna be inverse anymore. which is easier and helpful, especially when you really want to make sure you're achieving the perfect focus. So this is good. So the fact that it has here a hot shoe, this is not a hot shoe. This one is cold because it won't have electricity, but it's helpful if you want to have here, use it as a adapter for a flash or a pocket wizard. So it gives you that choice. And then remember, if you want to change this viewfinder, you will have to unlock the danger button and then remove the viewfinder. So it's pretty easy and simple. And then we can get back the waist level finder that comes with the camera. So always remember that this front design will go forward on the camera. So yeah, and you will just place it on these edges and make sure that fits. See? And now we can place the digital back again. So to place the digital back, we have these two small attachments that will attach on the back of the digital back, and then we lock. So it's pretty simple to use. Inside of the kit, also we have the car charger. We have the batteries that for the digital bag. We have the charger for the batteries. Get it out. Okay, have the charger, and it's all color labeled in red because this is the red kit. And also we have here the protector cap of the digital bag in case you remove this digital bag and you attach a film bag to take pictures with film. So it's a really cool kit, and it can be, well, normally when life is normal, you can check out this camera for 4 days. This is the only kit that leaves the studio in a regular basis. So now that you all have access for being able to know how to use the camera, you will be able to use it. And in my normal studio time in class, I will request for you to create an image with this camera so you learn how to use it and achieve perfect focus. But I'm gonna come up with a plan for spring break, and I will be emailing you to see how I can make you use this camera during these times that we're at home. So I want to make sure that everybody understood the camera, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Just one more time, I want to just give you like the overview one last time. SIM cord will be attached from the side of the digital bag right next to the USB 3.0 that we introduced here in the regular cameras. There is a small jack output that we will introduce the SIM cord, and it will go connected to the lens. The lens has this small little jack, see? I think it's easy to see. And then you can press to introduce it. So you'll press to introduce it. And then once you press, he will go inside. And then when you need to release it, then you press. So what it does, this press mechanism, is to avoid the cord from fall off the lens. So that's very, very helpful. And then remember, shutter speed, it's on the lens, is the first ring. Then we have aperture as the second ring, and the third ring will be our focus ring. So remember, the first numeration that you see on the ring is in meters. The second numeration that you see is in feet. So always remember that, because if you're looking to the wrong number, your measurement with the tape is not gonna be accurate. So make sure that you remember the first numeration is in meter, and then hard for you probably to see at that scale, but in here is in meters, and the other one is an F of feet, okay? And then waist level viewfinder, open up, super easy, and to close it, see, you just press on the sides, see? And then he close. That's how it opens, just lift it up, and to close, see, on the sides, and then he close. And then to retrieve the loop that is inside here to be able to see better. So there is a button here inside that it has an arrow, and you just press there. And to get it back, then just push. See? The arrow goes that way, and you can see it on a normal basis. So then just press in, and then on the sides, and then it closes. And remember to remove the digital back to make it vertical. Then we'll release the danger button, press, remove, and then with the CF card upside down, we match the engagement mechanism that the both sides of the camera carries. And then we're just gonna pair one to the other one and click, and immediately lock the danger button. Okay, and to release, the release button needs to be pressed at the same time that you release. That's why I have to do it this way to get it done. Always remember to press on the release button, otherwise you are not gonna be able to remove this digital back. And then always lock. Always remember with the IQ1 models to lock the danger button. The IQ4, they develop a new mechanism where the danger button immediately goes back and locks itself, which is amazing. But all the IQ1s and IQ3, I think the IQ3 they develop it. All the IQ2 and IQ1, it's this danger button that we have to always remember. And then if you are using a SIM cord like I was using it today, it comes included in the kit. So then if you don't have a Pocket Wizard, you can use the regular SIM cord to sync your lights, and that will be on the digital back. It's on the bottom one, right next to the USB 3.0. That's where you are gonna connect your SIM cord. The one on top is for a self-release shutter remote when you wanna take pictures of yourself. So that's where these two are for. And remember, if you wanna use the other viewfinder that comes in the kit, you have to remove the digital back, remove the waist level finder, and attach this one instead. And whenever you are not in use, remember to place back the protector cap to avoid dust to go inside of it. And it's a nice kit. It's very, very compact. Let me put it away and show you what the case looked like. It has a really nice custom-made phone. And we color label everything in red. So for when you are gonna have access to use it, it's the red kit it has. And it's called the IQ1 50 Hasselblad camera. How do you feel? Do you think that you understood how to use this? Is it something?
Edwin.
Yes.